More trouble for Florida House Republican Cory Mills. You might remember a Florida judge issued a restraining order forbidding the congressman from contacting Miss United States 2024, who he was cheating with on his wife. Mills was accused of threatening her with revenge porn. He's not allowed to contact her. Then there was the other woman who called 911 claiming the congressman was beating her. Washington, D.C. police filed an arrest warrant for the congressman, but the D.C. attorney, a Trump appointee, refused to sign the arrest warrant. Then Mills was evicted from his luxury Washington, D.C. apartment for failure to pay rent. Then Mills was accused of visiting sex workers on a congressional trip to Afghanistan. Mills is also accused of stolen valor, inflating his record in Iraq, calling into question whether he actually deserves his Bronze Star. The House Ethics Committee is looking into whether his weapons company has profited off his work as a congressman. And now there are reports that Congressman Cory Mills used donations to his campaign, nearly $100,000, on luxury trips for private jets, to trips where he spent at least $12,000 on slot machines. Did I mention he's a Republican? On Monday, Florida's outgoing House Speaker, Republican Paul Renner, called on Cory Mills to quit the U.S. House of Representatives. Mills represents Florida's 7th congressional district, which should be reliably red. But according to Politico, thanks to Cory Mills, the Democratic Congressional Committee, the DCCC, now thinks his seat is flippable. Right now, Mike Johnson can only spare 2 Republicans in order to pass a bill. It's that tight right now. Marjorie Taylor Greene announced she is giving up her seat in January. She will leave just days after qualifying for her congressional pension. You need to serve 5 years to qualify for a congressional pension. So she's out, and a special election will be held to fill Marjorie Taylor Greene's seat. But in the meantime, that's another vacancy. Her district is reliably red. There's no way Democrats could ever flip it. During Biden's State of the Union, Marjorie Taylor Greene broke House rules by wearing pro-MAGA clothing that violates the congressional dress code. You're not allowed to wear anything that reeks of electioneering during a presidential speech in Congress. She was joined by Texas House Republican Trevor Nehls, a Trump supplicant who also wore his MAGA red. The two of them have been the most vocal supporters of Trump. Trevor Nehls wanted Trump to become Speaker after Kevin McCarthy was forced to vacate the chair back in 2023. Nehls has repeatedly said it is the job of Republicans in the House to rubber stamp whatever it is that Donald Trump wants, but now he's leaving Congress. Not before the midterms. He's going to stay to the end. And it is impossible for his district, Texas 22, to flip blue. It's considered one of the safest Republican seats in the country. So why is he leaving? To make room for his twin brother, Trevor. Immediately after announcing his retirement, Trevor Nehls' identical twin brother, Trevor, a decorated Iraq veteran, announced he will run for his brother's seat in order to provide voters in Texas with what he called MAGA continuity. Florida House Republican Byron Donalds, also a Trump supplicant, is running for governor of his state. Trump endorsed him, so you'd think that would be the end of it. But Politico reporting that Byron Donalds, despite Trump's seal of approval, is anything but guaranteed the Republican nomination, with outgoing Republican Governor Ron DeSantis endorsing investor James Fishbach, who made his run official last month. But there's also the possibility that Ron DeSantis' wife, Casey, might throw herself into the governor's race. That would please Florida's donor class, who worries, according to Ron DeSantis, that Byron Donalds, who is black, isn't, quote, part of our victories over the left, unquote. He's black. He's not one of us. That's what he's saying. Ron DeSantis' wife is the subject of an ongoing criminal investigation into whether she illegally diverted $10 million from the state of Florida's general fund, whether or not she diverted $10 million of that into a charity she set up. A grand jury has been convened looking into whether she should be charged with fraud, money laundering, and campaign finance law violations.
you.